Hey friends, it's Joey Ciccone back with my lovely guest Jessica Marciel. I mean, kind of woman that you want to hang out with and hear all these stories because these are rooms that I would have ripped up. I would have loved to be working in them, and she did, and it was fantastic. So we have so much to cover with you because the stories are like endless. We'll have to have you back about 19 different times, okay? But I want to talk about. I'll drop some names, and then you kind of take off on it. You met stars at the Valet because they would come in. It was cool, right, when they came in?
Oh, well, I had Bob Hope's wife sitting in with my band, Dolores.
Right.
And Dionne Warwick worked there, Fred Travellina. They all became friends.
Right.
But the highest point in my life was meeting Cary Grant at Valet with
Cary
Walter
Grant, I
Payne.
see right here, man.
They had my car at Valet ready with the key in it, and I
Right.
paid them weekly. I just tipped them weekly because I could just run out and turn them. It was incredible.
It was nice. Well,
It was incredible. You felt like a queen,
It's part
your
of your-
name's on the marquee instead of buffet. I mean, after those days, you thought your name was buffet.
Buffet.
Like Phoebe
Buffet,
Buffet.
$9.99. Right.
Yeah.
It was even cheaper then. But
So Walter Payne is standing there with Cary Grant, and he goes, "Oh, Cary, you've got to meet our lounge star." And
Nice.
I'm like, no cell phones. I couldn't call my mother.
no, there was no cell phones.
I wanted to call my
Did
mother.
you get on a payphone or do anything or what? Mom.
I went over to their house and woke them up.
That was fantastic. And then now, what's with Marion now? Now, Rick Frazier, I'm not familiar with.
Rick Frazier was with Wayne Newton for about 30 years, saxophone player.
Okay, he was a sax player for him because I've met other cats in the band, but that name just didn't ring a bell.
He left him in the 90s,
Right.
and they were in Branson a lot in the 90s.
Yeah.
But Rick left Wayne Newton because he got his own recording contract to do his own album.
Okay.
And he was remarried, and he was very happy, and he was doing his album, and then all of a sudden he doesn't show up at his recording session, and they call his wife. She goes home and finds him murdered.
Oh my! The sax player?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Was
Marone is right.
Was it some of your friends, Rosenthal and those guys? Or what?
No, I didn't.
Maybe you had a thing for
It's
him and came and did something.
Branson police called it suicide, which is insane because he had everything going for him. He
That's
was
crazy.
so happy,
That is
reunited
wow.
with his son.
So sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so I was
Wow.
married to Rick, and Wayne was our best man.
Unbelievable. I see that Wayne Newton was your
He was
best
our best
man.
man. He was very good to me.
I got a story I'll share with you off the air because it's I don't want to take up any of your time, but it's a story about something that was given to me when the Stardust closed. I opened for Jackie Mason.
Oh,
Is that a funny
wow.
thing? Jackie Mason never had singers before.
Wow.
And he's like, I don't know if I should use you. He goes,
They won't want me to come on.
No, he goes, Sinatra wanted to kill me. He was doing the whole thing. I was like, it's going to be cool, man. Just give me an opportunity. It's going to be great. Let's go back to now Cosby on the couch or whatever, right?
So I wouldn't
See?
go on the couch, and I started crying.
I wouldn't go on the couch.
I
This
wouldn't
is
get on the couch.
the casting couch.
The casting couch. Well, later I found out it was much more than casting, wasn't it?
Right.
Recently.
Yeah, of course.
So there was a security guard at the door, and the door was locked.
Right,
So I'm banging on the door to get out of the dressing room.
right.
And so I started banging so loud that it was going to be, quite a scene. So the security guard opened it up, and I took a cab home
Well, let me ask you
and
something.
buried it. I buried it.
Was he trying to
Well, what do you think?
all right.
Let's move this party to
All
the
right, go-
couch,
go
have some
easy.
red wine.
I don't know. I didn't
He
know
didn't want to
was he
play
like,
chess.
I didn't know he was like that back then, but I guess
He was.
wow.
Oh, these stories, these girls go way back.
Are you in a
before
lawsuit?
that. Because nothing happened.
No, I know.
Or I would be.
I know.
I would be, yeah.
If you drank, it could have really been.
I was lucky I didn't drink.
Really could have been bizarre. All right,
I would have
so
been unconscious.
we were talking, man, which was kind of cool because I was thinking of some really cool things, which we'll have you back because I have some great ideas. But the old pitch pipe. My key is E flat. Bobby Darin, E flat.
Bobby Darin.
Huh?
I love Bobby Darin.
Did you meet him?
I never did, no.
What a.
But
That's
I remember exactly. I got the gig with Sonny Charles the night he died. I was with
The night
Sonny.
Bobby died?
I was with Sonny, not with him. I was singing. I was sitting in
right.
a local club when Sonny heard me, and then the word went around that Bobby had died.
Yeah, man, very classy guy. I've always, incorporated my own style, but we always borrow from different singers. I'm sure you borrowed different things here and different things there. And
Don't you think Kevin Spacey did a good job?
I thought he did a really nice job in the movie,
movie? I thought
and
it was
it
great.
was very touching. And something, folks, he did his own singing in that.
I saw him at the Stardust. He
That
was
is
incredible,
wild, man.
with all of the original charts.
I mean, he did his own,
He was
I
amazing.
mean, and
He's very underrated as a singer.
yeah. Well, look at just to jump out of something was with the Doors, Val Kilmer actually singing Jim Morrison's songs. That was Val. Did you know that?
I did. The actors
was
are
Val
amazing
Kilmer.
singers.
That was Val Kilmer doing that.
Yeah.
So let's get back to, how about Sinatra? You ever come across him?
My dad was the sub for Irv Cutler.
Okay.
Irv Cutler.
Right.
2 Irvs, so people think Daddy worked for Frank a lot.
Right.
So he did work with Frank, but he really worked for Jerry Lewis for quite a long time. So that's why he
Nice.
was the sub, I think, for Irv.
Nice.
So my parents.
Hello.
Hello, lady.
Hey.
Hello. My mother almost divorced my
that,
father over Jerry
Oh, really?
because Jerry was so Sorry, Jerry's still alive. I shouldn't talk bad.
You're not saying that. She's telling the story.
Jerry was so demanding from his musicians that he would call at midnight and say, "We're playing poker. Come over to the house."
Beautiful.
This is when we were in California.
Right.
And my mother said she almost divorced him over working, so he quit Jerry's gig.
That is wild, man. That is wild.
So yeah, I met just about all of them. Peter Lawford, my uncle Harry Gardino, not a blood uncle, but all my dad's friends were my uncles.
Yeah,
Uncle Joel Gray, Uncle Ray Bolger, Uncle Harry Gardino.
Uncle Ray Bolger.
Yeah, Ray Bolger.
Nice, I
yeah.
love it.
Joel Gray used to give me piggyback rides.
Joel Gray, come
when
on.
we lived in North Hollywood, and I was
They were
about
all
4.
they were all there. You were with them all.
Yeah. Yeah, they were all my uncles. But Harry Gardino, who was
Yeah.
an actor in Houseboat with Cary Grant.
Houseboat, right?
and,
Exactly.
Uncle Harry, we were
Yeah.
at his house when Marilyn died. He got the call from Peter Lawford
Right.
and screamed, "Marilyn's go!" And he raced out. So so that day is implanted in my head. I was about 9 or so, and we remember Uncle Harry running out to Marilyn's house
Well,
to meet Peter Lawford.
Dudette. The stories are the stories are endless. I mean, they're fantastic.
I have a colorful life.
So, B flat's your key, right?
B flat. My license plate used to say B flat.
Right. So if I went, Miss the Saturday Dance. Is
Do. Okay, I
that
can.
too high?
Well, miss the Saturday dance.
Bum 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 bum. I heard they crowded the floor.
Just couldn't make it without you.
You gotta see Jessica some more. Everybody, you're with Joey Ciccone, my new friend and fantastic entertainer. The stories I love. I mean, they said we were gonna have a wonderful time, and I'm just having a great time. We have so many more questions for her. I want to give a plug to Andy Ebon. He does the website for the Joey Ciccone Show.
And mine.
We got a banner going by for Andy. Okay, beautiful. All that information's on there.
He did my website.
He does Jessica's lovely website, and that lovely picture you see of her there on the background was where? In a wine cellar?
Is that? Yes, that was in Pahrump in a jazz club.
Very
In a wine
nice,
cellar.
very nice picture. And then Andy had showed me a piece of art that is on my website. Is that a piece of electric art or something?
That was me getting the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame award for my work in the '60s at the Henderson Pavilion.
Yeah, that was going to be a surprise. That's what I was going to bring up.
And sorry.
Go ahead. It's all right. Don't
and
matter.
So the photographer did those special effects when he printed it out, and it was a surprise.
Right. Well, we got a few minutes. So the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Las Vegas.
Yeah, it was for
You're
the
in it.
bands in the '60s who kind of were the caterpillars of the band scene of
That
because
made
the
things happen.
Well, we were teenagers,
Right.
And there was nothing in Las Vegas for teenagers. There was no place for them to go. So Steve Miller, who later became a politician, he opened
Yeah.
the Teen Beat Club.
Right.
And so there was no alcohol, and we could play in these venues, and then we were inexpensive opening acts for the big concerts.
And you were performing like endlessly, right?
Constantly.
Weren't you like going from like one place to the other, to the other?
I
to
didn't
the
have
other?
a life as a teenager. Well, that's okay. I started at 12, so
Yeah, but that's all right. Look at what the life was, and look at the people you came
Yeah.
across and everything. At 12 years old, you're already in a recording studio recording.
Yeah. And Dennis Hunt, the DJ here, he had me on all the time when I moved to Vegas.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice. We have so many stories to share with you, where she's just a great entertainer in these casinos. And then
I
as
packed all of this in like 12 years. I'm only 29.
and as
A
time
lot of
progresses,
packing, a lot of packing. Packing in.
As time progresses, then you move into other things in our life. We do.
Yeah.
You know, I've taught guitar, vocals. I've done all these things. So we're going to touch on that in our next segment. What you do, you give some people some great vocal lessons.
I
huh?
have some good people
You got
out
some
there.
good students out there.
They're touring and working. And
All
yeah.
right. So hey, you guys chat.
I want to plug some of them.
Chatting with Joey and Jessica. We're going to take a little break over here, okay? Everything's beautiful. It's Friday. All right, I hope you're having a nice lunch. You know, I have some things coming up here that you're going to see shortly being posted and then some new things that are happening in my career. But, hey, man, we're musicians. We're always pounding at it. We're always working. We're always looking for that gig, okay? Anyway, you're watching the Joey Ciccone Show. My special guest, Jessica Marciel. And that's Portuguese, right?
It is. It's my. Well, we talk about him too.
I love it. We're going to talk about him when we come back. We'll see you in a few minutes.